All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to the 135 community. Glad you can make it. My name is Brian Frazier, and I'll be going over the 135 community process. And this will be recorded, so you can access this recording from the YouTube channel that we've set up for 135 community. So you'll be able to get this out to others for the ones that could not make it tonight. Again, my name is Brian Frazier. I appreciate you guys coming to the call tonight. We're going to be going over the 135 community and what it's about and how it works. But I'm going to do something a little different than what I've done before. And what I want to do real quick before we get into this is I want to kind of go over what this is not, okay? And what I want to show right now is go over what a pyramid scheme is. I know some people may have issues about things of this nature, of what you're about to see. And the one thing I don't want to get confused with is a pyramid scheme. Most people don't really know what a pyramid scheme is. They just base upon any time that you have to bring somebody into something, the first thing that comes to most people's mind is that, oh, it must be one of those pyramid things. Well, I don't want people to get confused or to confuse the 135 community with a pyramid. So what I want to do is I want to get this on the record, on the recording, that 135 community is not a pyramid. So what you're about to see is in no way going to be compared to a pyramid scheme. So I want to just give a brief definition of what a pyramid scheme is. You can go and get a more detailed definition of what a pyramid scheme is by Googling pyramid scheme, and you'll get a more detailed description of it. But this is just a brief description just to give you a perspective of what a pyramid scheme really is compared to what I'm getting ready to show you. Now it says here, a pyramid scheme is a fraudulent system of making money based on recruiting an ever-increasing number of investors. And of course, the key word here is investors. The initial promoters recruit investors who in turn recruit more investors and so on. The scheme is called a pyramid because at each level, the number of investors increase. Well, with this, the main word here is investors. And when you're getting into a pyramid scheme, the people that put their money in, they're investing their money into a system. All right? And when they invest their money, they're looking to get some type of return on their money. And the people that run these type of schemes, they take in the money. And when they take in the money from the first investors, they turn around and the last investors that come in, they take the money from them and turn around and give a portion of that money to the first investors that came into the system. And they pass that off as some type of rate of return on their first investors' money, right? Giving them the impression that they've making money on their money, which in turn they aren't. They're just taking it from one investor and giving it to another investor. That's a pyramid scheme. That's a money game, okay? And that is fraudulent. And you get the SEC involved in that, and people will go to jail behind stuff like that, all right? So I just wanted to point that out real quick because what you're about to see is nowhere close to being a pyramid scheme. All right, and so I just wanted to make that adjustment now. So as we go through this process, that won't be on your mind at all. Okay. Now, this 135 community is a very unique community in the fact that the concept of what we use here is an old age concept. Okay, it's been around forever. But the process that we're going to use to implement this concept is a little different than what most people are used to. And so we really want you to pay attention. If this is your first time seeing this, we really want you to pay attention to the process itself. I'm going to attempt to ask you not to focus in on the money part. Okay, not to focus in on the money part, although it may be difficult for you not to focus in on the money part. But I'm going to ask you, try your best not to focus in on the money, but focus in on the process itself. Okay, that's the most important part, is the process. Now, you're going to hear me say several times throughout this process, it's going to be 4 main words that you're going to hear me say constantly throughout this process. You're going to hear me say honesty. You're going to hear me say integrity. You're going to hear me say commitment. And you're going to hear me say discipline. Those are the type of attributes that you either want to have or you want to develop as you go through this process. And you're going to want others that you invite into this process to either have or acquire those attributes to go through this process. All right? Because this is a very simple process, very easy process. Okay? It's simple and easy at the same time. Okay? But it is just as easy to mess this process up. Okay, as well. Matter of fact, it's even easier to mess it up. All right. So, and as I go through it, you'll see what I mean. Now, even though I say this is easy and it's simple, the thing that most people encounter in going through this process is that the people may not be as simple or easy when they encounter the process. And what I'm trying to say is people tend to make things a little difficult, okay, more than they should. And only because of what they're used to. Because they're not used to this type of thing, what you're getting ready to see. And sometimes some things can seem too simple or easy, and we'll find a way to make it difficult. And so that's why I want you to focus on the process, okay, and not the money. Focus on the process. And I think if we can focus on the process and why you want to do this, then it'll make it a little easier for you to introduce this to people and get them to follow suit. All right? Because it's going to take special people to do this. You know, you're not going to, it's not going to, how can I say this? It's not going to gravitate to the tire kickers and the people that just want to get in to see what's going to happen. All right? It's not one of those type of deals. There's a mission behind this, and the mission is we're trying to get rid of debt and eradicate poverty. And it's going to take a certain type of people to be able to do that. And this is, you know, this is a short-term process, but it's going to be for the long haul, for the people that are here for the long haul. And so, and as you go through the process, you'll quickly determine on whether you're here for the long haul or not, okay? And we don't want you to stop doing anything else that you're already doing just to do this. It's totally up to you, but you don't have to stop anything else that you're already doing. Matter of fact, if you do this properly, it will enhance anything else that you're already doing, okay? It will actually enhance it, Okay. So now that I've said that little piece, let's move on to how this process works real quick. Okay. The first part of the 135 community is what we call the dollar donation. And starting off with the dollar donation is just like it says. We're looking for people that can donate $1 to the person that invited them, and in turn bring 3 people to the community that can donate $1. And that's it. That's just how simple this really is. You're going to donate $1 to the person that invited you, and you want to invite 3 people who can donate $1 to you. Real simple. Now, the other part of this is that we only going to donate that $1 on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. So Monday and Thursdays is what we call donation day, D-Day. So tonight is a Thursday, so tonight is an actual D-Day. Today is a D-Day. The next donation day or D-Day will be on Monday, okay, on the next Monday coming up. Those are the only days that we will donate the $1 in any other donations thereafter. So that really sets the parameters right now for the whole process. Like I said, this is a very easy and very simple thing, okay? And you'll see just how easy and simple it is. So now once you come in today, let's say today is D-Day, which it is, and this is your first time, and someone invited you. So what you want to do is you want to give the person that invited you $1. You're going to donate $1 to that person. Now that sets you up to be able to start the process. Now that you've donated the $1, now what you want to do is you want to go out and you want to invite 3 people to this process, and you want to have them in line for the next donation day, which is Monday. All right? So we get into the process. So on Monday, what you want to do is on the first donation day that you're in this process, you have your 3 people that's going to donate $1 to you. This is your first donation day. They're going to donate $1 to you. That's going to bring in $3 that you're going to take in. Out of that $3, you're going to take $2 and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. Now you're going to keep $1 for yourself, and now you've actually got your $1 back that you donated on the previous donation day. Real simple, right? Now, at this point, I always say, you know, as if you were in a casino, you're playing with house money now. Okay? See, so money is really no issue here in this process. So nobody has to worry about losing any money in this process. Make sense? Because you're only giving $1. $1, and that's it. And then as you see, once you bring in 3 people, you get your $1 right back. So it's almost like you didn't put anything in at all. Now, one thing I like to point out that I didn't before is that one of the concepts that's being used here is compounding. And if you've ever taken a penny and calculated a penny compounding every day for 30 days, it will astound you what you would get at the end of 30 days by compounding 1 penny. Meaning you take a penny today, tomorrow you add 2 more pennies, the next day you add 4 more pennies, and the following day you add 8 more pennies, and so on and so forth. If you get a calculator and you calculate that up, at the end of 30 days, you would end up with $5.3 million at the end of 30 days. That almost seems like it's impossible to do. Okay? But that is a mathematical fact. And compounding, as Einstein would say, is the eighth wonder of the world. All right. So compounding is what a lot of people are missing out on. And so with this, we want to show you what compounding can actually do, not just with pennies or with money, period, but with people. What it can do when you compound people with the same cause. Okay? So now, on the first day of this process, you got your dollar back that you donated previously. So now, on the next donation day, the 3 people that you invited, they now did the same thing and invited 3 people as well. So now, they're going to donate to you on the second donation day. Remember, we're donating on Mondays and Thursdays. So on the next donation day, they donated to you $2 each. That's $6 that you take in. You're going to take $4 of that $6, and you're going to donate that to your inviter. And now you're going to keep $2. And so now, in the first week, you've accumulated $3. $3. Okay? But we're not going to focus on the money. We want you to see the process. The process, right? Okay, so now, at this particular junction in the process, we're going to take you to upgrade to what we call the cash tripler, the $3 cash tripler. So now the $3 that you've received in the process, we want you to take that $3 and we want you to start the cash tripler. And to start the cash tripler, just like you did with the $1, you're going to take the $3 now and donate that to the person that invited you in the cash tripler. All right? And so now that you've donated that $3, okay, now you're both in the $1 donation and the $3 cash tripler at the same time now. All right? All right, easy stuff. So now the next donation day is the third donation day in the $1 process. Now the 3 people that you invited now is going to donate to you $4 each. That's $12 that you're going to receive. You're going to take $8 of that $12 and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $4 for yourself, and now you've accumulated $7 to this point just in the dollar process. All right, just in the dollar process. Easy stuff. $1, one time out of pocket. 3 donation days, you've accumulated $7. Okay, nobody's lost any money. So now, in the third day of the $1 process, it becomes the first day in the $3 process, because now the 3 people that you invited, now they upgraded to the $3 cash tripler, and now they're going to send you $3. Okay, now you're going to receive $9 altogether. You're going to take $6 and you're going to donate that to your inviter, and now you're going to keep $3. So you've got your $3 back now. So now you have a total of $10 that you've accumulated from the $1 process and the $3 cash tripler. Okay? Very simple stuff. All right, now, the next donation day, which is the 4th donation day, we're going into the end of the second week. The 4th donation day, your 3 people now are going to donate to you $8 each. That's a total of $24. You're going to take $16 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $8 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $15 just in the $1 process. That's a total of $18 altogether. Okay? All right. So now the 4th donation day in the $1 process is now the 2nd donation day in the $3 cash tripler. So now your 3 invitees are now going to send you $6 each. That's $18. You're going to take 12 out of that and donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $6. Now you've accumulated $9 in the cash tripler. So now you've accumulated a total of $24 in hand, okay, to this point. But now at this point, what you're going to do, because we're in the 135 community. Okay? So what you're going to do at this point is enter into the next phase, which is the $5 freedom. So you're going to take $5 and enter into the $5 freedom process, where you're going to donate $5 to the person that invited you. So now you're in 3 different processes at this point. So within 2 weeks, you've entered into 3 different processes: the $1 donation process, the $3 cash tripler, and now the $5 freedom. All 3 at the same time. And all you did was start with $1 one time out of pocket. Okay? So now you're getting ready to start seeing why you have to have honesty, integrity, and be committed to wiping out debt and getting rid of poverty. That's our goal here. We want to get rid of debt and get rid of poverty within our communities. And it all started with just $1 one time out of pocket. Okay? All right, let's go to the next donation day. Donation day 5, D-Day 5. Now, the 3 people are now going to send you $16 each. That's $48 that you take in. You're going to take $32 of that, and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $16 for yourself. That's $31 now that you've accumulated thus far in just a $1 process. That's a total of $40 that you've accumulated in hand. Now, the 5th donation day of the $1 process becomes the 3rd donation day in the $3 cash tripler. So now these 3 people are now donating to you $12 each. That's $36 that you take in. 24 of that is going to your inviter. You're going to keep 12 for yourself. That's $18 just in the cash tripler that you have accumulated. Now you're up to $52. Okay, $52 to this point. Now the 3rd donation day in the cash tripler is the 1st donation day in the $5 freedom. So now each of the 3 people are now sending you $5 each. That's $15. You're going to take $10 and send that to your inviter. You're going to keep 5 for yourself, and you got your $5 back that you previously donated. Now you have a total of $57 altogether. Okay? $1 one time out of pocket. As long as we got honesty, integrity, and we're committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty, and we stay disciplined to this process, you can expect this to happen. Okay? You can expect this to happen. Now, let's move on. On the 6th donation day, okay, we're going into the end of the 3rd week into this process. And I know you're looking, $1. I mean, what is this really accumulating? Okay, let's see what happens when we compound people. And the only thing anybody's ever putting into this is $1. That's it. Nobody's losing any money with this. All right? On the 6th donation day, the 3 people are now going to send you $32 each. That's a total of $96. You're going to take $64 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $32 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $63 just in the $1 process. That's a total of $89 that you've accumulated to this point. But now, of course, the 6th day in the $1 process becomes the 4th day in the $3 cash tripler. So now the 3 people are sending you $24 each. That's $72. You're going to take $48 out of that and send that to your inviter. And now you're going to keep $24. Now you've accumulated $42 just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $113 within this process thus far. Now the 4th day of the $3 cash tripler is the 2nd day of the $5 freedom. So now the 3 people are sending you $10 each. That's $30 altogether. You're going to take 20 of that, send to your inviter. You keep 10. Now you've accumulated $15 in the $5 freedom. That's $123 to this point. $123 in 3 weeks. with just $1 one time out of pocket. Okay? Honesty, integrity, and commitment to get rid of debt and wipe out poverty within our community. And as long as we stay disciplined to this process, because you see, this process is not very difficult. It's very easy, simple. Okay? As long as we stay disciplined to this can happen right here in 3 weeks. $1 one time out of pocket. 7th donation day. 7th donation day. Remember, donation days are on what? Mondays and Thursdays. That's the only time that we want to donate. Is Mondays and Thursdays. That way it keeps everything simple, keeps everything organized, right? Now, the 3 people now are going to donate to you $64. That's $192 that you're going to take in. You take $128 and you're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $64 for yourself. That's $127 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That takes you over $187 to this point. Now the 7th day, donation day, in the $1 becomes the 5th donation day in the $3 cash tripler. So now the 3 people are sending you $48 each. That's $144. You're going to take 96 of that and send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $48 for yourself. That's $90 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. Now you're over $235. Okay? $235. Now the 5th donation day in the cash tripler becomes the 3rd donation day in the $5 freedom. So now the 3 people are sending you $20 each. That's $60 that you take in. You take $40, send that to your inviter. You keep $20. Now you've accumulated $35 just in the $5 freedom. That's $255 to this point. Okay? Honesty, integrity, and commitment to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And as long as we stay disciplined to this process, we can do this. Donation day 8, Mondays and Thursdays. Donation day 8. 3 people are donating to you now $128 each. That's $384 that you take in. That's $256 now you're going to send to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $128 for yourself. That's $255 just in the $1 process. That's $383 that you're accumulating right now. Okay? Now, I want to point out something. You've accumulated $383. This all took about 1 month to do. All you did was put in $1, so you really haven't lost any money at all. Nobody's lost any money. Okay? And what you have done thus far, just in 1 month, you're only dealing with the person that you're donating to and the 3 people that invited you. Those are the only people that you're dealing with. But do you understand the type of team or the community that you're building by just doing that? I want to kind of put that in your mind for a second of what you're building here. Okay? A team of people that are working together, and because of that, everybody put in $1, and to this point, you've accumulated $383, and all anybody did is come out their pocket with $1. Money is no issue here. Money is not the issue. The only thing that we're trying to be focused on is the process, and everybody following the process, right? So now, donation day 8 for the $1 process becomes donation day 6 for the $3 cash tripler. That's $96 that you're receiving from the 3 people that you invited. That's $288 altogether. $192 is going to go to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $96 for yourself. That's $186 just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $479 that you've accumulated. Now, on the 6th day of the cash tripler becomes the 4th day in the $5 freedom. So that's a total of $40 each from the 3 people that you invited. That's $120. You're going to take $80 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $40. That's $75 that you've accumulated in the $5 freedom, taking you over $519. $1, one time, out of pocket. That's all we're dealing with here. All right? Focus on the process. The money will hunt you down. 9. On the 9th donation day, okay, 4.5 weeks, 9th donation day, your 3 people now are sending you $256 each. That's $768. 512 out of that you're going to send to your inviter. You're going to keep $256 for yourself. That's $511 just in the $1 process. $775 now that you've accumulated throughout the whole process. On the 9th donation day for the $1 is the 7th donation day in the $3 cash tripler. So now the 3 people are sending you $192 each. That's $576 that you've accumulated. You're going to take $384 out of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $192 for yourself. That's $378 that you've accumulated just in the $3 cash tripler. That's $967 to this point. Well, quite naturally, the 7th day of the cash tripler is the 5th day in the $5 freedom. So now that's $80 coming from the 3 people. That's $240 altogether. $160 goes to your inviter. You're going to keep $80 for yourself. That's $155 in the $5 freedom. That takes you over $1,047, okay, in 4.5 weeks. It's not a long time. Honesty, integrity, and being committed to wiping out debt and poverty with just a $1, one time out of pocket. Y'all see what's going on here? Now watch this. On the 10th donation day, remember donation days are on what? Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. So on the 10th donation day, okay, this is the end of 5 weeks, $512 is coming from the 3 people that invited you. That's $1,536. Okay? You're taking $800 and you're sending that to your inviter. You're going to keep $736. That's $1,247 just in the $1 process in 5 weeks. In 5 weeks, that's $1,783. All anybody gave up was $1. Nobody's losing any money in this process. Nobody. What are we doing? If this was a casino, what would it be? House money. House money. Right? The 10th day of the $1 process, quite naturally, is the 8th day of the cash tripler. That's $384 coming from the 3 people that you invited, which totals $1,152. You're going to take $600 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $552 for yourself. That's $930 just in the cash tripler. That puts you over $2,335 in this process. The 8th day of the cash tripler is the 6th day of the $5 donation, on $5 freedom process. That's $160 from 3 people. That's $480. You take $320, send it to your inviter. You keep $160. That's $315 just in the $5 freedom. That's taking you over $2,495. Y'all see what's happening here? Okay? $1, one time, out of pocket. All we want to do is just stay disciplined to the process. Okay. Now, the 11th donation day. Okay. 11th donation day, Monday and Thursdays. 3 people now are donating to you $800 in the $1 process. That's $2,400. Out of that, you're going to take $1,000 and send it to your inviter. You're keeping $1,400 for yourself. That's $2,647 in the $1 process. That's $3,895 that you've accumulated in 5.5 weeks. 5.5 weeks, that's no time at all if we stay committed and disciplined to this. See, we're trying to wipe out debt and poverty. That's our mission. And if we focus on that, guess what? This is going to happen. This is how we get it going. Now, the 11th day of the $1 process becomes the 9th day in the cash tripler. Now, watch this. The 3 people are now going to send you $600 each. That's $1,800. You're going to send $1,000 to your inviter. And you're going to keep $800 for yourself. That's $1,730 in the cash tripler. You're over $4,695 to this point. $4,600. Remember, $1 out of pocket one time, and you're at $4,695 in a little over 5 weeks. Okay. Now the 9th day of the process of the cash tripler is the 7th day in the $5 freedom. $320 is coming from the 3 people that you invited. That's $960. $640 that you're going to give to your inviter. You keep $320. That's $635 that you've accumulated just in the $5 process. That takes you over $5,000 that you've accumulated. Okay, in 3 different processes, in 5.5 weeks, over $5,000. $1, one time, out of pocket. Honesty, integrity, and committed to wiping out debt and poverty. This is what we need to focus on. Discipline. Let's be disciplined to this process, because this is where it's going to take you. At the end of 6 weeks, on the 12th donation day, all we're doing is donating on Mondays and Thursdays, right? Mondays and Thursdays. But on the 12th donation day, your 3 people that you invited are now sending you $1,000 each. That's $3,000 that you take in. You take $1,000 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $4,647 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That's over $7,000 that you have accumulated. Now let me ask you something before I even go any further. Just in the $1 process, and you've accumulated $7,000 to this point in 6 weeks, can you and this team of people go and do whatever you want to do at this point? Okay? You have a whole community behind you now. This is just your community. This is not the community as a whole. What can you do with you and your community? What can you go and do to help get rid of debt and eradicate poverty? And the first debt you're going to start with is your own. Is this making sense? See, the process is what did this. The process. And everybody abiding by the process. Okay, staying disciplined to the process, just in the $1 process. Now, at this point, what's going to happen is when you reach this level in the process, you will no longer be donating on Mondays and Thursdays. What you'll be doing from this point on is you'll be donating $1,000 to your inviter every Tuesday of each week that you receive these donations. Every Tuesday will be your donation day now. Every Tuesday. Is it making sense? All right. So that means every Tuesday you'll be keeping $2,000 a week from the 3 people that donate to you. All right. Now, the 12th day of the $1 process becomes the 10th day of the $3 cash tripler. Now watch this. The 3 people are now donating to you $1,000 each. That's $3,000. You're going to take $1,000 and send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $2,000. That's $3,730 that you've accumulated just in the $3 process. That takes you over $9,000 to this point. So let me do this. So if you did this in the $1,000, I mean in the $1 process, and you're keeping $2,000 every Tuesday of every week that you receive this, if you reach this in the $1, doesn't it make sense that you're automatically going to reach this in the $3 cash tripler? This is automatic. See, if you stay with the process, the money will hunt you down. So now in the $3 cash tripler, you're donating $1,000 and keeping $2,000. At this point, in the $3 cash tripler, instead of on Mondays and Thursdays, is every Tuesday. You're keeping $2,000 every Tuesday from the cash tripler. That's a total of $4,000 from the $1 process and the cash tripler every Tuesday of every week. That's $4 grand. And the only people you're dealing with right now is the person that invited you and the 3 people that you invited. Sticking with the process. Now, on the 10th day of the process of the $3 cash tripler is the 8th day of the $5 freedom, which is $640 coming from the 3 people that you invited. That's $1,920. You're going to take $1,000 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $920. That's $1,555 that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom. But the following donation day, okay, which is the 9th donation day for the $5 freedom, your 3 people are now going to send you $1,000 each. That's $3,000. You're going to take $1,000 and send that to your inviter, and you're going to keep $2,000. That's $3,555 that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom. That's over $11,000 that you've accumulated, almost $12,000, $11,935 in all 3 processes, okay, in 6.5 weeks. $1, one time, out of pocket. You see, now you see why you need to have honesty, integrity, and be committed to wiping out debt and poverty within our community. As long as you stay disciplined to the process. Stay disciplined to the process. Why? Because you're playing with house money. This ain't really your money. This is the community's money. Right? This community money. So if we do the right thing with this money, everybody prospers. Right? Everybody. If everybody does the right thing, everybody prospers. And now we can start getting rid of this debt that people have. We can start getting people out of poverty. Is this making sense? $1, one time, out of pocket. Money is no issue. Focusing on the money? No. Focus on the process. Stay disciplined to the process. Commit to the mission of getting out of debt and wiping out poverty. This will happen. People will see it in you. This is what this is for. This is a little different than what we're used to because everything is on you. Everything is on the people that get involved. It's up to all of us. And remember, the community, we can go anywhere and do anything at this point. We can get into any program, any platform. We can start any type of business, whatever you want to do. We can all do it. See, by this time, we have created leaders within this process. And every leader has a group, has a community, has a team behind them that they can what? Trust, because everybody has honesty, they have integrity, they've shown it. How did they show it? Because the money will hunt you down. The money's going to follow. This is powerful. Okay? But you see that those traits are going to be very, very important, right? You see that now. Because money is not the issue. Because nobody loses anything in this process. We're not losing no money. But now, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Okay? This is not no hype. Because we're on a mission here. There's too many people in debt. There's too many people in this country and around the world in poverty. So this is not hype. But we're going to keep it real. Because when we have a group of people, we know what the group can do. But when we're dealing with individuals, that's a whole different ball game. So, in knowing that, to make sure that you have your 3 people that's going to stay disciplined to this, have the honesty and integrity to make it happen, and be committed to the cause, you may have to go get 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 people to make sure that you get the 3 people that you need so you can get to this point. Does that make sense? We don't know what an individual will do. We know what a crowd of people would do. We know what a community would do. But we don't know what the individual will do. And sometimes some people have to grow into this. You know? That's just the way of life. We have to grow into it. So you may have to go and get more than 3. But it only takes 3 people to get to this. That's the point. I hope you recognize this. Okay? And understand this. There's no website to go to. There's nothing to log into. There's no back office. All right? There's no software to keep track of all of this. We have to do it ourselves. This is what I like to call off the grid. Okay? We're doing this as private individuals, peer to peer, okay, with no technology. You follow me? This is just a group of people, a community of people. And if we do this right, there are people going to be scratching their head. How did they do this? Certain type of people, this is what we're looking for, with the right traits. And as long as we stay organized, you know, you take something like this, you keep track of the people that you invited and the donations that they send you. Okay? And we make it happen. It's up to us. Up to us. Now, one last thing I want to show you real quick. We came up with some guidelines. Okay, we want to try to stick to the guidelines as much as we possibly can to make this an easy transition. We want to keep things simple. We don't want to complicate it. So the main guidelines here is what I've always been going over. First thing is you want to commit to being honest. You want to have honesty. Okay? The second thing is, which is equally important, if not more important, integrity. Integrity. All right? You want to make sure that you have the integrity and the people that you're bringing in has integrity, because if they face with $1,000, $3,000 in their hand, do they have the honesty and integrity to send you $1,000? Or do you have the honesty and integrity to send your inviter $1,000 out of that? Commitment. Can be committed to the cause. Be committed, because this is a real thing. Debt and poverty is a real thing in our communities. Discipline. Staying disciplined to the process. Keep it as simple as you possibly can. Okay? All donations should be done on Mondays and Thursdays. Can we stick to that? Okay? It would be ideal to keep an accounting of your donations you receive on a spreadsheet or ledger to keep you organized. Okay? Once you receive the same donation from any three people, it will be required to send the donation to your inviter for the required amount for that particular donation day. Now, here's a note. If you do not receive all the donations from the three people, you will wait until you have all three before donating to your inviter. And that could fall on a different donation day. That's just the reality of it. Because you can't donate to your inviter if you're not being donated to. Make sense? So you want to make sure that you have all three donations before you send to your inviter. And although it's not required, it would be in good practice to invite more than three people to the community. This is going to enhance your possibility of getting the three donations for any particular donation day. Now, if you receive donations from more than the required three for the required amount for any donation day, your donation to your inviter was sent, okay, then all excess donations stay with you. So in other words, if you got 5 or 6 people that donated to you on a donation day, you only required to give whatever you give for that particular donation day to your inviter. Anything more than what you received to give to your inviter stays with you. And then, if you receive $1,000 from only one person, 1 or 2 of the people that you've invited, that means that they've reached that level to where they can send you $1,000. They can donate to you $1,000. And you only receive it for 1 or 2 of the people. The right thing to do at this particular point, once you start receiving $1,000, the right thing to do is to donate a minimum of 1/3 or $300 of each donation received. That's the right thing to do. So every Tuesday that you receive this $1,000, but you don't have all three, you want to send at least $300 of that $1,000 to your inviter. That's just the right thing to do. Honesty and integrity. Now, once you start to receive all three donations, then you should donate the full $1,000 to your inviter every Tuesday. That make sense? Okay. So we have this, and we have all the charts. So you want to make sure that you get the charts from your inviter. You want to get the $1 chart, the $3 cash tripler, and the $5 freedom chart, okay, from your inviter. So now I'm gonna do this. We're gonna open it up for any questions, any comments. If you have any questions, any comments to this point, please hit *6 if you're on the phone, or hit your microphone if you're on the computer to open up your mic. If you have any questions, any comments, any questions or comments, we want to make sure that you understand this process and how it goes. Oh, and one other thing, while people are, let me see, did I get it? Oh, here it is. Also, this call is being recorded, okay? It's going to be on a YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube and you can go to search the 135 community. It'll take you to the YouTube channel. You can get the recording from the YouTube channel. You can also email 135community.unity@gmail.com. All right. So if you need to get a chart, or if you need to get a spreadsheet to keep track of the names that you get, just send an email here, and we can get you that information. Okay, and also the guidelines. You can get that. All right. Any questions? Any comments? Any questions or comments? We want to make sure that you understand the process.
Question on a card. Remember you were talking about a card, a debit card?
Oh yes, the debit card. Yes, Mike. We are looking to get a debit card. Right now, as far as the process, you get with the person that invited you on how they want to receive their gift. Okay, and when we started out with Cash App, because Cash App was fairly easy to set up and fairly easy to send monies back and forth. And so we started out with that, but we're looking to get a payment processor which has a debit card to it, and it is international, an international debit card, and it also has Bitcoin wallet attached to it. So, and it also is a bank account as well. You get a separate bank account with it. That's very unusual for a payment processor. So you can do just about any function that you need to do with this debit card that we're getting ready to get, or payment processor that we're getting ready to get. And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we can get it. All right. And so once we get it, we'll pass that out, pass that information out to everyone to make sure that you have it, because then not only can we do this here in this country, we'll be able to do it around the world. And it's going to be very, very powerful. And with that debit card and that payment processor, you'll be able to convert money to any currency that you want. Any currency that you want, as well as Bitcoin. So this is going to be powerful. This is going to take it to a whole nother level on what we can do and how many people we can help. So yeah, thanks, Mike, for reminding me about that. Definitely. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? Questions or comments? This can be a very powerful thing, but like I said, it's different. It's a little different. It's easy. It's simple. Okay. But with what I always say is this: the process is flawless. Okay. It's the people. It's the people that are going to have the problems. So yes, you might want to be picky about who you bring into this, or you just might want to just bring in the numbers and see who stick. However you want to do it. Okay? Because one excuse is gone. Money. That's not going to be the excuse. Money will not be the excuse in this process. Nobody loses any money at all in this process. The only thing that you're going to lose is the potential that you have with this. But you don't lose any money from your pockets in this process. So that's an excuse that has been eliminated. So now it's all up to the individuals. And that's the key to this whole process, is the people. Because we're compounding people. We're compounding people. And if we do that, the money automatically comes. And, you know, and as easy as this process is, it's even easier to mess up only because of the people. Yes, any question? Any comment? I really appreciate the guys, you guys coming. I think that if we hang in there, we're going to get the right people, and this thing is going to grow. I really believe that wholeheartedly, because this is the time.
How old is 135 community?
We're going on the 4th week now. This is the end of the 4th week, I believe. So yes, I mean it's still in its infancy, you know. And believe it or not, there are some people that are receiving donations. They're receiving donations. Okay. But, you know, it's just a matter of time before they, you know, receive the $1,000 from 3 people. It may not happen in 6 weeks, but if it happens in 24 weeks, it's worth it. If it happens in a year, if it takes a year to get 3 people to $1,000, it's worth it. So that's why I say the long haul. It doesn't take long to get this done, but you got to be in it for the long haul. It's a mindset. So that's why it's different. Because it's all mental. It's all mental. It has nothing to do with money. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming, and you know, we're here every Monday and Thursdays. Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm committed to being here every Monday and Thursday. Every Monday and Thursday for you, for the community. This is not for me. This is not my process. This is our process. All right, everybody. Appreciate it. I hope everybody stay safe. Okay? Make sure you practice social distancing. We don't want anybody getting sick or anything like that. And invite somebody. Tell somebody. Don't be a secret agent. Let them know, because money is not the issue. Nobody loses any money. All right, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you on Monday night, D-Day.